Elon Musk is going off right now. So the media is really eating this up. That they're saying that Elon is now battling against Trump in regards to his big, beautiful bill. I'm always the one that's going to bring the logic into this. So if you pay attention to this, I'm going to share with you exactly what I believe is happening and how I freed my family financially by understanding micro and macroeconomics. Now, what I do agree with in Elon around this is the American monetary system is effed. The global monetary system is effed. The whole system is dead. Most of the systems are fiat system. Hence why, at the Bitcoin conference, Cynthia Lummis, Michael Saylor, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Trump came on with Jack Mallers on FaceTime. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Let me break this down. 95% of the supply of Bitcoin is gone. It's one of the most scarce assets in the world. Things like Bitcoin and XRP have a fixed supply. They're deflationary. They're opposite of the US dollar, which is inflationary. Okay, 95% of the supply is gone. Here's another interesting fact. Only 95% of the public does not even have exposure to crypto. So 5% of the supply is left. That's it. And 95% of the public does not have exposure to crypto, making it one of the most scarce assets in the world. And the big, beautiful bill is about to dump trillions of dollars of debt onto the system, and they're going to turn the printing machine on full blast. What you are experiencing, in my opinion, do your own research, is a controlled, very different than the past, demolition of the fiat inflationary system into a deflationary system, fixed supply assets. That's why every single one of them was don't sell your Bitcoin, don't sell your Bitcoin, don't sell your Bitcoin. Well, if 5% of the supply is left, 95% of the supply is gone, and 95% of the public has no exposure worldwide to crypto, then who owns it? Well, let me tell you. Satoshi, we don't know who that is. BlackRock is the number 2 holder. That's Larry Fink, who's been a trusted advisor of Trump in the past, who was tapped by the Federal Reserve twice to balance out our markets in 2008 and 2020. Next is Strategy B, which used to be MicroStrategy, which is now a Bitcoin company. BlackRock is the number 3 holder in MicroStrategy. Grayscale and America are the top 4 outside of Satoshi. So all of a sudden, we have a Bitcoin, a deflationary asset that can actually be put on the balance sheet, that can actually dramatically shift the balance sheet because it's deflationary. So if 95% of the supply is gone and 95% of the public doesn't have exposure to Bitcoin or crypto, then who owns it? Come on, man. Now they're saying the water's warm, come on in, when 24 months ago it was anti-government, and now the Bitcoin conference with 35,000 people there, congressmen, senators, the president of the United States is on FaceTime there, his sons are there. So what Elon is shouting from the mountaintops is they're about to increase the debt like crazy. And what does that do to the unsuspecting public? Yes, you'll have lower taxes, you'll have more money in your pocket, you'll feel wealthier, but that money you have in your pocket is inflationary. It has no value. Its cash is trash. You're literally holding something that the more they print and the more they buy bonds to buy debt, to sell you the debt, because interest runs the system, you become poor every single year. And here's the difference, is we're seeing a controlled demolition of the fiat fake system since 1971. There's nothing backing our currency, into a deflationary system. Now at some point, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. But what happens when you lower taxes, you print money in a lower interest rate environment, people will feel very rich for a while, people will start buying stuff again. But if you print too much money in a lower interest rate environment and you monetize a bunch of debt, we create inflation. So at some point, the system, the energy just moves back and forth, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Energy doesn't disappear, it just transfers, it doesn't just go away. So yes, we're gonna have a golden era the next couple of years, but as we go into back end of 2029, we're gonna go into inflation, heavy inflation, and spiritually, it's on the chart. Mentally, it's on the chart. What goes up must come down. The tide goes in, the tide goes out. Try to find me something in nature as a straight line. Everything has a wave of energy. So what we've done is we've positioned ourselves in deflationary assets like Bitcoin and XRP. We're following what the wealthiest people in the world are doing, and we're moving into deflationary assets. So I focus on cash flow, not cash. I work on creating cash flow by keeping my expenses very low, creating that gap which creates cash flow, creating cash generating businesses, cash generating dividend ETFs. When I get cash, I transmute it into deflationary assets like Bitcoin and XRP. I store my cash, my American dollars, in Bitcoin and XRP, which are deflationary. I went up 600% in my XRP since 2020 and 195% in my Bitcoin. So as everybody lost 19% of their value of their dollar, I gained 600% on my XRP and and 195% on my Bitcoin. Now, it's very volatile in the short term, but in the long term, it's straight up. Then I used cash value life insurance. First annuity was in the Roman days. Insurance has been around forever. There's tax code 7702A, which was created in 1913 when the Federal Reserve was created. Elites use insurance. They use deflationary assets, gold, silver, now Bitcoin, now XRP. Fixed supplies are opposite US. So Elon's right. These bills are not going to be good for the American public. It's going to destroy your dollar, but that's what they want. They want a weaker dollar. That's why they're telling you, buy Bitcoin. That's why they're telling you, don't sell it. They're not hiding this. Trump's giving you hints of when to buy. He's a businessman. He's not a politician. He owns a shitload of real estate and now a shitload of crypto. You can stay stuck in the industrial mindset, the left hemisphere of the brain, the old era, the old industry, or you can start to open up your mind and awareness that Jesus Christ is King, the King is back, Bible sales are through the roof, moving into a new quantum system that is fair, equitable, transparent, and deflationary, where they can't print more. And those who invest in it, and those who focus on it, and those who become disciplined and not try to get rich quick and buy and hold and buy and hold and buy and hold, and those who get out of the material state of mind, focus on God, family, protecting their ecosystem at all costs, and stay out of other men's business that are too busy working on theirs, are going to be some of the people that are wealthiest people in the world, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. So pay attention to this distraction and battle. The public is going to eat up. The news is going to eat up as the unsuspecting public doesn't understand what's happening, why Elon is saying this, and why Trump is doing what he's doing. Everybody has an agenda. The question is, which side are you going to end up on? Warriors!